What is up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? I'm Ichi, and today I'm actually going to be talking about something that I'm really excited about. And it is the generic HD video capture cards that have been coming out of China. People were talking about it because this is essentially a knockoff Camlink. Originally, when people were talking about it, it was about like $50, $40, $30. You can find it on Amazon, you can find it on eBay, etc. And I want to talk about it specifically today for the uses of capturing and creating content around the Nintendo Switch. It's no longer 30 bucks, it's not $20. It is basically as low as $4, about $6 on Amazon. I'm going to be showing you guys how to set it up for streaming and recording the Nintendo Switch. You can use it with the Xbox One, the PlayStation 4. You can even use it with your iPhone or Android devices and tablet if you would like to capture gameplay from it, or even use them as a webcam instead of using Epoch Cam. But the intention of this video will be talking specifically about the setup for using this with the Nintendo Switch. Now, moving on to the setup, basically what you're going to actually need is you're going to want one of these, obviously, which is our HD capture card. It is worth noting that this is a USB 2.0 output, HDMI input, of course. You're going to need 3 HDMI cables. The first one is going to be outputting from your Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, or whatever you want, and that's just going to go into the input of your HDMI splitter. You're then going to need the other 2 cables for your outputs, which one will be actually going to the generic video HD capture card, and the other one will be going to your monitor, assuming that you actually want like some low latency gameplay. If you don't really care, you can actually just completely skip the splitter and just use the generic HD video capture card. But like I was saying, there is a delay of about 7 to 11 hundredths of a second, and that's not too big of a deal. But if you are playing more competitive games or something where that fraction of a second could be like a huge impact on what you're doing, that's the difference between life and death. All right, now moving on to capturing video and the audio within OBS. For recording or live streaming, I'll be using a brand new palette profile of OBS to show you guys how to do this. And the first thing we're actually going to go to is in the bottom here for sources. We're going to right click on this, click on add, and click on video capture device. It's going to open up this new window here, create and select a scene source, and we're going to type in video capture. This is just the name what this source is actually going to be. And then it's going to open another window and ask us to select a device for this video capture device. And we'll have a drop box depending on how many devices you have connected to your PC. Is up to you whether you have additional webcams, capture cards, etc. And you're just going to click on USB video. Voila, just like that, we will now have video from our generic capture card from our Nintendo Switch or Xbox or whatever you want to plug into it. You can plug your phone into there too. I do want to set this to custom. I'm going to change the resolution to 1080p. The max output is 30 FPS. Now, the input supported on this capture card is 1080p 60 FPS, but it won't output 60 FPS. However, you can drop it down to 720p standard definition and it will support 60 FPS at JPEG, MJPEG video format. But I would rather stream or record 1080p footage at 30 FPS because it will be at that higher resolution. But that trade-off too is in this video, I'm going to be showing you towards the end some comparison video of the AVerMedia 4K capture card, which is a 300 MSRP capture card. It's going to be on sale for 200 bucks for Black Friday. But that is a $300 capture card versus this $4 generic capture card. And you will see not only the slight latency, the 7 to 11 hundredths of a second delay, but you will also notice the slight differences in how crisp one video is versus the other one. But I'll also be showing you guys how to apply some filters to kind of correct the video a little bit and make it a little bit sharper compared to like the more expensive capture cards. After we're done with these settings here, you just simply click OK, but you'll see how I have the audio set up right now. That is because I already set it in the settings below for listening. Otherwise, you would not be actually hearing anything. And how you fix that is you go to the right hand corner, right click on the microphone, click on sounds. It will open up a new window called sound, and here you'll see playback, recording, sounds, communication. Under recording, you're going to see digital audio interface, and you need to right click on that and click on properties. There will be another window open and with more tabs, and you'll see an option called listen. You want to check this option right here called listen to this device, and select on your appropriate playback device, which in my case is the GC573, which is the 4K capture card that I was talking about. And simply click on OK, click on OK, and you are now all set up. As bare bones as it possibly is, you are now set up. I will show in this video a comparison of like the video quality between the 4K capture card, which is an unfair comparison, but I figured so you can actually see what a $300 MSRP capture card looks like with the ultra low latency versus this cheapo USB 2.0 capture card, which surprisingly has really low latency too, and has a lot of different applications that can be applied to it. And one of the questions that was asked in Discord before I made this video was how to correct the color of this capture card. And I feel like your mileage may vary in that regard, that maybe it was their HDMI cable, because when I was doing a comparison of like two color calibration images along with my testing for the latency between the two different capture cards, I found that the colors were fairly accurate, although the colors with this generic capture card is a lot warmer than the 4K capture card. And I can show you right now how to apply some filters to change the image a little bit. And how I'm going to do this is actually you're going to click on our source for the video capture card. You're going to right click on it and you're going to click on filters. And this will open up a new window so we can apply filters to our video. And you'll see on the left hand side it will say effect filters. You can click on the plus sign, or you can just simply right click, go to add, and you'll have options like color correction, image mask and blend, render delay. Don't play with that. But two of the options I'm going to be talking about is actually sharpen and color correction. Sharpen, which you can actually apply to your webcam too to make it a little bit more crispy looking. Crispy, is that a good image? It will sharpen it up a little bit, and you can actually see we bring it up to about 0.15 and toggle the filter here, which is I guess kind of hard to notice. We'll zoom in, but you'll notice with that ever slight increase to sharpen, it does sharpen the image, which is really kind of nice. Now, the next filter I'm going to be adding is the color correction filter. And this will allow you to tweak the colors a little bit if your saturation is a little off, or even just the gamma is off a bit. And this is subjective. This is up to you whether or not how you actually want to like configure this to screw around with the colors. I don't really recommend playing around with it too much, but if your colors are slightly off and you want them to be more true to what they should be, then this is how you're actually going to do it via the color correction. I did notice with my generic capture card versus a variety of some of my other capture cards that this would be a little bit lighter and not as sharp in its image, thus using the sharpen filter to improve the image quality a little bit. Whereas color correction, I didn't notice the colors be off that much in my comparison to justify using the color correction filter, but you can use this if your colors are off. Now, to answer a quick question about this capture card, I was asked a few questions in Discord, such as the reliability of this, some of the pros and cons, etc. And to answer the reliability of this cheapo capture card, I think it's going to come down to your mileage may vary. This has been on the market for like the past 2 months. These were originally like $50, $30, with the price like consistently going down. I picked this up for $4 US. I bought 2 of them off of Amazon, and I basically got it the next day with, you know, the free shipping and everything. For $4 to like $6, it's not worth the inconvenience to like go through customer support if it's around that like 3-month period or whatever. If yours is dead right out of the box like mine was, then yes, you quick email and I was refunded almost instantly in less than 12 hours from Amazon for my cost of this capture card. Now I'm going to be showing you guys some video footage of highlighting the latency between the two different capture cards with the more expensive AVerMedia 4K capture card and this generic card. There is a variable of 7 to 11 hundredths of a second delay, but thankfully with the audio settings that I showed you guys in this video, you'll be able to actually listen to your video footage and see it with, with it being in sync. But anyways, without further ado, I'm going to show you guys some of this video footage, comparisons. It's all gameplay. Check it out. Let me know what you guys think of the two in the comment section below, between the two pieces of content. If this video was helpful to you at all, please remember to like, subscribe, and ring that bell. It helps me to grow on YouTube and will help to it will help this video to be informative and to be shared with others who are looking to answer these questions in terms of creating content with the Nintendo Switch, their PlayStation, their Xbox, any console that has like an HDMI output, etc. If you have any questions for a follow-up video in regards to like setting up for your phone, your iPad, please let me know. I'm more than willing to answer them. essentially every single day at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You can find me on Twitch if you'd like to ask me some questions about this video, or just simply to pop in and say hey. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. And until next time, see ya. Bye!